Hello, ladies. Hi, Cheryl and Rise. Happy Tuesday. Gorgeous day today. Getting started here very shortly. Glad you have made it. All right, it is 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Tuesday. Tonight, it is my Facebook Live at 7 with the Wexford Stamper. As always, my name is Barbara Reed, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Pennsylvania. And we have a little bit of a holiday sneak peek today with one of my new favorite techniques. I learned this a few months ago from someone in my group, and I love it. So I have kind of transferred it into a holiday card, but this can be used for any of occasion. The pinwheel technique is very, very easy to do. And now you'll notice I have two cards here. And if you order the kit this evening for $15, you will get all the materials you need to make both of the cards. Now I'm just going to make the So Soft Succulent, not so succulent. Hi, Lisa. We're going to make the So Succulent one together, but the kit will include everything to make both. Now you'll notice that this one has a top fold, which means it folds up. And then this one has a side fold. It's actually just the exact same card, but I just held it a different way. So really, really easy to make. And Lisa Spalding Dieter is a fantastic expert at making these cards, for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about the materials that we are going to be using for this evening's, hi Joanne, for this evening's project. If you are looking for this one in the new holiday catalog, you're gonna take a long time looking, because this is actually in the annual catalog, one of the few that are in the annual catalog. This is on page 88 and 89 in the annual catalog. So this has been, you've been able to order this one for quite some time, but nobody really thinks about it till the holiday season. So this is what it is. And let me grab the set here. This is the photopolymer stamp set that goes with it. They're all photopolymer stamps, really, really great sentiments that can be used for many different cards for many different years to come. And these cute little stockings and star. And here are the dies that come with it. We have dies for stars, and then we have a die that cuts out the cute little stocking. And there's a die for little hollies. Really, really, really cute. Hi, Renee. Happy Tuesday. And I do want to do a little bit of another sneak peek here to get an idea of what other things can be used. This is a wonderful, sweet... Here I use the paper. This is a bit of a sneak peek for my team members. We're going to be making this card on Saturday for our team meeting. But you can see here I used the cute little stocking here. I stamped it and then die cut it out. And then I used little pearls and I cut, hi Cheryl, I used my cherry cobbler blends to color in those pearls to make the little holly berries. And then these cute little holly leaves are part of the dies as well. So really, really a cute set. And here I used lots of the different papers from that stack. And then here is the inside of this. So that's another really, really cute example of using this set. And I've shown you a lot of the samples of the paper. The paper is called Tidings of Christmas, and it's 6x6 pack. And this, with the stamp set, is also in the annual catalog, but just some very pretty kind of traditional looking colors and images for the holiday. Just a really good stack to have around for making cards. And it's cherry cobbler. Evening Evergreen, Sahara Sand. Trying to think what else is in there. And Soft Succulent. So it's beautiful, beautiful colors. I know. It's so gorgeous, Lisa. So, all right, well, let's get back to what we were doing here. Back to business. We are going to go ahead and we're going to make the top fold card this evening. But remember, in your kit, if you get the kit, you will have materials to make both of these cards. Okay, the side fold and the top fold. And as always, there will be a downloadable PDF on my blog that you can download and have all the directions and all the dimensions that you can have to keep in your records or just keep on your computer. So don't forget to go to my blog after this Facebook Live. Most things will be on there, and the address is www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. Pretty simple. So go there pretty shortly after we do our Facebook Live here. The video will be there, the downloadable PDF as well. All right, stop talking already, Barb. That's enough. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's bring in our paper here. Okay, as I said, we have a piece of Sahara Sand, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, so it's kind of cut the long way. And my score lines here are at 5 1/2, which is halfway, but then I go 1 1/2 inches farther over, so it's 5 1/2, 6 3/4. Okay, and the reason I do that is I'm going to make this kind of binding card. I don't know what else to call it. Almost like a book binding on it. So you're taking 1 1/4 inches of the card and making that like the binding of a book. Okay, so that's a little bit of a different technique, but I really love how they come out and look. All right, so that is my scoring, and all those dimensions will be on my blog. I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder, and I'm going to crease on my score lines. There we go. All right, and I got to remember we're going this way. All right, now let's go ahead. I'm going to grab my paper. It is from the Christmas Tidings pack, and this is a piece of the So Succulent. I really love that. So pretty. And I'm going to have this piece, which is cut at 4 by 4, and this piece is 1 by 4. And we're going to go ahead and put those on the front of my card right away. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, put some Tombow on the back here. Then I'm going to line this up in the center. You'll have about 1/4 inch around the edge of your card. All right, then you have your little thin strip that's going to go up on that hinged part that we created. All right. Okay, then we're going to open the card, and I'm going to put some Tombow right on this section here. This is the 1 1/4 inch section from the center, and we're going to create that little binding. So I'm just going to close it up and push down here on the binding. This is real easy to put together, but I think it looks so great. And then there you have it. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of stamping. There's only 2 things we have for stamping. We have our inside piece cut at 4 by 4, and we're going to stamp on that. And then we have a little, this is the smallest of the layered circles, dies, and we're going to go ahead and stamp on that. We're going to bring in the Evening Evergreen because you know we need to match. I love this color. It's just great for Christmas. I'm going to take the Noel stamp, and that's going to be on the little circle that goes in the center of our pinwheel. All right, so there's our Noel. And then I'm going to stamp. Yep, I know, Cheryl, I love this too. Yep, it is a great, great design. I don't know where the first place I found it, but boy, it just really got me excited and inspired. All right, the next one is wishing you a joyful Christmas and Happy New Year. This is a great sentiment to have and be able to use for lots and lots of years on any of your Christmas cards. All right, well, that's all the stamping we have. All right, so I'm gonna put my little Noel to the side, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my little inside piece right in there before I drop something on it and get something on it that we don't want to have. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue that to the inside, and that fits just perfectly with the little border around. All right, hi April, welcome, come on in, we're just getting started. All right, now let's go ahead and make the super cool pinwheel. All right, what kind of things are we going to need, you ask, for the super cool pinwheel? Well, you're going to need 2 squares. I'm going to grab my piece, my download here, so I'm saying the right thing. Soft succulent cardstock is cut at 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Okay. Then we have a larger square. We need 2 of these for each card. And then we have this larger square of evening evergreen, cut at 3 by 3. All right. And we'll grab these just to show you. You're going to need 2 different designs of DSP, and you're going to need 4 of each. So I chose this cute little Sahara sand design, and then this cute little, the background of that is the evening evergreen, but it's got some cute little holly on there. There's even some misty moonlight in there. So it has lots of great, great colors. And those little squares are cut at 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 inch. All right, that's it. That's all you need to make your pinwheel. Let's put our little squares aside for now, and our 1 big square. We're gonna focus on these 2. All right, the first thing we need to do is glue these 2 together. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in the center of one of them. Then I'm going to adhere it to the other to make like an 8-pointed star. Okay, so you want to make sure that this piece that I just put on there is creating points that are all about the same size. So you put them together to make your little 8-pointed star. Okay, now I'm going to grab my little, this is the most fun part. I'm going to grab my little designer series paper squares, and we're going to get started. Now, I like to start with the 1 point up. All right. Now you can grab either color. It doesn't matter. Either color is fine. I'm going to start with this. Now, there's a little bit of a trick to your first piece you place down. Okay. You're only going to put glue on the left half of the square. Okay. It's going to go like this. And you only want left half to have glue. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm just gonna put glue on the left half. Okay, you see how I did that? It's just on the left half of the piece of designer series paper. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to adhere it to my little 8-pointed star. And if you see, I left a little bit of a, there we go, of a border around the edge. Okay, so this side is not glued down yet, and that's good because we're going to be coming around the other end and we're going to have to slide a piece of DSP underneath. All right, so from now on, we're going to put glue on the entire piece of DSP. So we're going to be alternating. So the next one we're going to use is the piece of Sahara Sand pattern DSP. And now this point, the next point going counterclockwise is that point. So I'm going to put this on so that one of the points from the square fits perfectly into that next point on my big 8-pointed star. Give me a like or a love if you're getting this. You're understanding how I'm doing this. I'm trying to make sure that you understand. Now I am going with the starting color again. Okay? Now the next point is this one going straight out to the left. So I'm going to place my designer series paper so that there's a little bit of a border around, but it goes nicely right into the corner there. Okay, and you'll notice right here that this lines up pretty straight. Okay, but if it doesn't, don't worry. All right, now next is we're moving right down to this one right here. Okay, bottom left. We're going to alternate back to our Sahara sand piece. Same thing again. Okay, we're going to put it into the corner. Want a little bit of a border with our soft succulent. See how it's starting to create the pinwheel. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome, girl. All right, now, next, we're going to alternate back to the evening evergreen. Now the point is going right down. Okay, so I'm going to pick any corner, doesn't matter, and I'm going to place it into that corner, making sure that there's still a little bit of a border around the edge. Everybody seeing that pretty well? Pretty simple, but I mean, it looks super cool. All right, next, I'm going to take my Sahara sand. Same thing. Here is our next one. Remember, we're going around kind of counterclockwise. So I'm just going to put that right into that next corner there. All right. Then we're going to grab Evening Evergreen designer paper. Same thing. We're going to put it into this one here. All right, now this is where we finish it off. Okay, what I'll do is I grab my pick tool and I have my little flat spatula, and you'll notice because I did not put any glue on this side of this one that is going to be open, that we can do some sliding. So here is our last piece. Now you go ahead and you can put glue all over this one. Okay, now watch what I'm going to do here. I can pick this up and I'm going to slide this underneath the original starting one here so that I can put that one up into the corner, just like that. Then I take a little more Tombow and we fold down, don't fold, but we place and press down on that original. And there you have it. That's how easy it is to make that. Isn't that so fun? It is just so, so cool. It makes such an amazing effect. I love it. So you could do this with any kind of paper, any designs. I mean, it is just so many possibilities. All right, next, let's bring in our 3x3 piece of Evening Evergreen. I got it. And I'm going to go ahead, use my Tombow again, and I'm just going to put Tombow on one of the squares. Okay, we don't need to put any onto those extra points because we're going to put this down like this so that our Evening Evergreen piece gives us a nice border around our pinwheel. So it'll really, really pop off our card. All right, isn't that cool? I love it. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to bring in our card. And I'm going to grab dimensionals now that I've said it's really going to pop off the card. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab 4 dimensionals. And I'm going to put them here on all 4 corners of my piece of evening evergreen. Okay, now it's up to you how you want to put it. Okay, do you want one of the points without the border up front, or do you want one with the border up front? Now, if you have the border and go up front with that, it's going to be a lot closer to the edges. So I really like putting it this way, okay, with just the point from the pinwheel facing up. Now, I want to make sure I get this. There we go. All right, so there you have it right on the front. Isn't that so cute? Yes, I know. It's a little addictive, isn't it? How can I make a pinwheel card today? Let's do something a little different. All right, let's bring in my sample. Okay, we're going to grab back our little Noel. Okay, and then we're going to grab a coordinating scallop that I cut out of gold foil. Got to give it a little bit of bling-a-bling, right? Yes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this flat down onto my scalloped foil circle here. And then, where are those dimensionals? I'm going to grab one dimensional. I'm going to put it in the center right there. And there goes my Noel right in the center. It takes a little longer to dry on that slippery foil. Keep your hands off it, Barb. There we go. All right. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, let's go ahead and do our ribbon. I'm using some ribbon from the new catalog. This is the gold shimmer ribbon. Gold shimmer ribbon, and it does live up to its name. It's beautiful. It looks like it would be something that might be hard to tie, but it's really not. It's nice and soft. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to cut a piece off here. Now, you'll notice on this card that I just did a little flat knot with 2 tails. And I did that because this is kind of thick ribbon, you may have a little bit of a challenge trying to make a full bow and then putting it into an envelope. So if you do the nice knot, you can flatten it pretty good and it'll fit easily into your envelope. All right, so this is what we're going to do. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing, tying a knot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I wrap it around the back of the card first, and then I'm going to just kind of pull it through and then pray that I can hold it together and keep tension on the ribbon while I try to loop these 2 together. All right, come on, Barb, you can do it. All right, bring that through. And then I'm going to just pull this here. And there we go. And you don't have to worry if it's not quite where you want it to be, because you can just take your fingers and slide it over to the left-hand side. So don't worry, oh no, I tied it and it's in the middle and I want it on the side. No worries, we can fix that. All right, then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut some cute little tails on my ribbon. That one might be a little long. I'm going crazy here today. Let's see. And then you can pull a little bit and make sure you have your ribbons where you like. I'm going to cut this one again. I want to make a little bit more of a angle here. That's better. All right. So there is the card. And one last thing. We add a little more extra bling. I have some of these gold glitter enamel dots, of course. And I'm just going to take one of the wee ones. Let's see, I have my pierce tool here. And I'm going to grab, these are the medium-sized ones. And I'm just going to put one right here below the Noel. So there you have it. Isn't that? Yep, the knot is different. Yep, because we're so used to doing the bows, and the faux knot, the faux bows, and this is a nice little change. All right, so there you have it. Now let me show you. This is the other one that I made. It's really the exact same card, except it has the fold on the side instead of the top. All right, so that is my project for this evening. I hope you liked it. It's a great way to start thinking about the designs you might want to use for your Christmas cards. It's coming, people. It's already August. Can you believe it? And just a reminder, if you're interested, we are having Carol's Cupcakes. Wait, Carol's Cards and Cupcakes at the end of this month. You can message me if you are interested in that. It is a Stamp-A-Stack. We'll be making 15 beautiful Christmas cards. I have lots of things posted on my Facebook page. If you're interested in any information about that, let me know. Remember that you can download the PDF for this evening's project from my blog very shortly after I finish up here. Now remember, if you would like the project kit, you can message me, either private message me, or you can just comment on this Facebook, and I will be glad to get a kit out to you, remembering that the kit will include all the things you need for both cards. We have the cherry cobbler and the Sahara sand card in here that you can make. All right, so if you're interested in a kit, please let me know. But that's about it for this evening. Thanks so much for joining, and have a wonderful week. And keep stamping. Bye-bye.